Yeah, it's been going very well. There's been a lot of games and they've been tough games, but we started off well and we think we're looking strong as a unit.
Are you the kind of fella who absolutely hates pre-season training, or is it something you kind of just go, have to get on with it? Like,
No, it never gets easier. It's one of the worst things in the world, but it's for the better. Do you know what I mean? You need to put yourself and your body through it, and it don't get easier, honestly.
especially for Irish football with the summer season, you're doing your pre-season training in horrible, wintry, icy conditions like this, which can't help.
Nah, it's never. Honestly, you could do it in the sun, rain, wind, whatever. It's just horrible all year round. Horrible.
So tell us how the move to Cork City came about, George.
Well, it first come about. It was there's been a lot of talk from agencies and across everywhere about the Irish League, and it's getting better and better each season. And the respect for the league is just each season is getting higher and higher. So it's been on the cards for a while to come over here and try and play football. First team football is what I've needed, and I just feel like it was the best fit. And as soon as I got the call that Cork were interested, it probably took me 10, 15 minutes to get my bag sorted, and I was on the next plane. Honestly, it was I just wanted to, I was chomping at the bit to get going, and luckily I'm here now and things are going great.
And obviously, Colin Healy has quite an international reputation as well, which must have helped your decision.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Colin, the gaffer, he's got a good reputation with a lot of people over in England. He's very well respected. So that made the decision for people that were looking after me to send me over to Colin. It was no doubt they had no worries. They trusted him, and he's a great guy as well.
Can you talk to me about your career up to this point, George?
Yeah, my career. I mean, it's been an interesting one. It was I went to Leicester City when I was 9 years old, and I spent my whole what seems like my whole career there since I left when I was 20. Left when I was 20, and it was good. I can't say I didn't enjoy it. It was brilliant. I enjoyed my football. I was a kid growing up. It was all I was interested in, football. Football. Wasn't so interested in school. Just wanted to play football all the time. And I think with anything in life in general, it just got a bit. I knew everyone. I knew the place. I knew it just got a bit same old, and I just feel like I wasn't getting the respect I maybe deserved, and I just wasn't. I needed a new challenge. I needed something fresh and something to spice it up. So we parted ways with Leicester, and in the summer, and then over the summer, I was training, just getting ready for whatever opportunity came next. I honestly didn't have a plan. I just was sure I needed something else. What that was, I didn't know. And I then went on trial to Man City in the pre-season. Got a call off my agent saying that I was going to go to Man City. Went to Man City. Then had a call from West Ham saying they wanted me in, so I went into West Ham. Things didn't work out there. They bought another centre back from Portugal, which is what it is. Just have to keep going, and that you can't dwell on it. And then I thought to myself, I wanted to play some men's football, so I went into non-league and played a season in non-league. Got some experience under my belt. Played against men as a centre back. You need to kind of develop that side of the game because it's not always. I'm used to nice football, academy football, passing the ball here and there. Not a lot of tackling maybe. And the men's football really opened my eyes up to the real world and the real game, and it was the best thing for me, to be honest. Definitely, and that set me up for this now. I feel like it's the perfect opportunity, and I'm ready for it now, physically and mentally.
But still, to leave Leicester, a club that you've been with since 9 years of age, must have been an incredibly tough decision, not just from a footballing side, but from I suppose, an emotional and personal side as well.
Yeah, definitely. It was a big decision. It wasn't something that just kind of happened overnight, but just I think there's so much to football. It's your job, but it builds your character. Like you need to have these life experiences. Like now I've moved away from my family, which as a 21-year-old boy, you need to start making these steps, and do you know what I mean, and start to live your own life and grow up a bit. So I think everything just kind of came together, and it just seemed to be the perfect opportunity, and I'm buzzing that I took it, honestly.
Are you living with a couple of the lads from the team at the moment?
Yeah. There's the old pro Beats as it is. He calls himself. Stephen Beat is in here. We've got Jamie and another lad called Jack from England as well. So yeah, it's a good set of lads. We're getting on. Yeah, it's great.
So his Beats the grumpy old man of the house, is he?
Nah, you know what? He's a top lad. I can't complain. He's just. I can learn a lot from him because obviously he's at the other end of his career. He won't mind me saying, and yeah, he's a top professional, and the way he goes about things it's a credit to him. So big credit.
How would you describe as yourself as a footballer, George, and what do you hope to bring to this Cork City team this season?
See, myself, it's an interesting one because I think a lot of people see me as a defender, big, tall defender, and they just kind of expect the traditional tackle head defend, and it's not the case with me. That is always growing up. I just wanted to play football. I hated looking over my head, watching the ball get booted over. It's never been my style of play. I just find it boring. It's not for me. So I like to get the ball down from the back, off the goalkeeper, play out through the midfield, and just get involved. Like I just want to dictate the play. So yeah, that's really what you can expect. And I think our team now, we've already established that our identity is going to be that we want a lot of the ball. We don't want to be sat back and soaking up the pressure. We want to be on the front foot all the time and dictating the play. So I think that's what we've started to look doing in pre-season. And if from the last game especially, which is the game we've had the most ball, I think we've showed that we can do that. We've got the players that are willing, are confident enough to do that, and are good enough on the ball.
And the way the game has evolved over the last couple of years, you have to be a ball playing centre back because teams are playing out from the back a lot more.
Definitely. It's a bit. I think it's quite old-fashioned to think now that centre halves are defending, heading, and just doing a bit. But don't get me wrong, you can't push that side of the game away because at the end of the day, I'm on the pitch to stop the other team scoring. So you can't forget that. You can't be naive to think that's old-fashioned because at the end of the day, that's what you're there for. But if you've got the other side to your game, it's very important. The modern game is how it's evolving. Yeah, it's where it's going.
And Colin's teams, I suppose, he wants his team to play football. He doesn't want the ball to be up in the air, as you said, which must be, I suppose, a good thing for you.
Definitely, it was another factor. As soon as I spoke to him, it was one of the first things that was said. It was that we especially dropping down the division, we are going to have a lot of the ball. So to me, straight away, that was tick perfect. It's because you need the trust from the manager. It's all the whole team can want to play out from the back every time. Not every time, but the whole team can be confident with the ball. But at the end of the day, you've got to do what the gaff wants you to do. Otherwise, you ain't going to be playing. So everyone's on board, and it's a good combination at the minute. There's nothing. It's brilliant.
Colin has assembled a decent squad for this year, but the first division as a whole is going to be incredibly competitive. You must be really looking forward to getting out on the pitch, starting with Cove Ramblers on Friday week.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a very competitive season. I mean, I think from the pre-season games that we've already played already, we're playing against lads in the top division week in, week out. And I think, obviously, the score, obviously it's only pre-season, so you can't go too much into the score from both perspectives, from both teams. But we've put up more than a fight in every game. So if we're challenging ourselves week in, week out against these sides, then it's not going to be easier, but we're going to be more than capable of dealing with anything that gets thrown our way when the league starts.
George, you're obviously quite an ambitious footballer. I mean, like, what are your aims for your career further down the line?
Well, I'll be honest with you. In the past year, 12 months, I've really just started to take each day as it comes. Just not think too much ahead of try to draw out a plan, or just take each game as they come and just see how it goes. Do you know what I mean? Just work as hard as I can every day in the gym, on the pitch, training like it's a match day, playing the games. Do you know what I mean? I just want to take each day. I can't start. There's so many factors that you can't control. So I think you just do what you can control, and everything else will fall into place, really.
And short term, I suppose, have you set any targets for yourself for this season?
Yeah, definitely. I think from a personal standpoint, I'd like to get some goals under my belt, help the team out that way. But main one for me is just keeping as many clean sheets as possible, as many clean sheets, and control what we can control as a back four and as a goalkeeper. We just, as a defence, just if we keep clean sheets, we're walking out there with a point, guaranteed. Whether the strikers, whatever's happening for the rest of the game, we've got a guaranteed point. So that's from a team's perspective. I think anything other than going up would. It's not. It's what we're gonna do. It's what the crack is, honestly.
Is there a belief in the squad that like promotion is available this year?
100%. I mean, I don't think there's a few lads, and we wouldn't stand for anything less. Honestly, if lads were getting just it's not with the club, the size of the club, it shouldn't be here. So the mentality of the club is not. It's not to just easy. Yeah, we're here. We're winning a few games here and there. It's the in training you can see it. It's everything. It just means more. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. And you're starting the season with a Cork derby against Cove Ramblers on the 26th. Unfortunately, there won't be any Cork City fans in there because a full Turner's Cross for that game would have been spectacular. But hopefully, you'll get to experience a full Turner's Cross very, very soon.
Oh, hopefully, I'm buzzing for it. That is, I've seen as soon as I got the call, I searched it into YouTube and just I was blown back. I was like, I rang him up. I said, "You sure this?" Honestly, I couldn't believe it, and I thought made me a bit like just got a bit nervous at the start. But I mean, once the game gets going, and when the fans do get back in, hopefully soon, it's going to be amazing for everyone involved. It's just going to be everyone's waited so long, the players, the fans, and it's just hopefully all the hard work that we've been doing behind the scenes. They're going to be able to see it firsthand and enjoy themselves because they deserve to see Cork playing good football and winning games of football. So it'll be amazing, yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. George, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today, buddy, and best of luck for the season ahead.
Nice one, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.